So to get my beans thick, a lot of people don't. I personally do not like runny beans, watery beans. I like to use half Great Northern beans and half Pinto beans. So I'm going to use a pound each. These are 2-pound bags. I'm just using a half a bag each. I'm going to use a pound of Great Northern beans and a pound of Pinto beans. So I want to start out with about a 1/4 pound of bacon, and I'm going to brown this and render out some of the fat and brown it a little bit before I put my beans in. So you can use any kind of smoked meat you want. As long as it's a smoked meat, you'll get that good flavor. Ham hocks are good. I mean, any kind of smoked meat. I use bacon a lot because I usually get it on sale and I put it in the freezer. So we just like bacon in ours. It's just as good. So I'm going to brown this up for about another 5, 6, 7 minutes maybe. And then I'm going to put my beans in. So I drained a little more than half of the grease off, and the bacon's ready. And make sure you cool it. Make sure it's been cooled off for a while. I'm going to add in my beans that I've washed and rinsed and look through them, make sure there wasn't any rocks or anything in them. And I'll put my beans in. And I'm going to fill this pot. This is about a 5-quart pot. And I'm going to fill this pot up with water almost to the top. So I got my water in almost to the top, about 1 inch from the top. I'm going to drop in a whole onion. And I'm going to put in some black pepper. And this is all to taste, ever how much you want. And I'm going to do some salt. I'm not doing a lot of salt because the bacon already has salt, but you can add more salt if you want. We do a low sodium diet around here, so I don't add a lot of extra salt. So now you just want to give them a good stir, and you want to bring them up to boil. So now I put the water in that I put in was hot. That way to give them a head start. And I'm just going to bring them up to a boil. And then I'm going to reduce the heat to about a medium low and cover them. And I'm just going to let them simmer. Beans are better if you slow cook them. So I'm just going to let them simmer on the stove top for several hours until they are to my liking, till they're thick to where I like them. Now keep in mind you may need to add some more water. If you do, keep some hot water on the stove. I usually keep a little hot water simmering in a cooker on the stove. And when I see that the water's getting low, I add a little bit to it. If you add hot boiling water to it, it doesn't slow down the cooking process. So I'm just going to cover these. Now I brought them up to a rolling boil, and I'm going to reduce the heat. And I just wanted to clarify that probably 3 to 4 hours they should be ready. Like I said, it's according to your liking. Just keep an eye on them that they don't boil dry. You need to keep adding some water to them, and stir them about every hour or so. Give them a good stir and just let them do their thing. These are going to be some good eating, y'all. Now this is about the halfway mark. This is about 2.5 hours that I've been slow simmering them and stirring them every now and then. I have not added any water. So if you stir them, it helps thicken them also, but I have not added any water. And you see it's reduced down. So the purpose of this video is a lot of people want to know how I get my beans to be thick. and this is how I do it. I think slow cooking them on the stovetop is important, or you can do this in a crock pot too. But I didn't add any water because we like ours kind of thick. So I'm gonna keep, now I'm just gonna let them sit on the stove. I'm gonna cover them, and I'm gonna keep them on the lowest setting on my stove. Just let them, they'll keep cooking a little bit because we like ours really cooked, and until it's about ready to eat. All right, y'all, time to eat these soup beans. Look at there. These are stick to your ribs soup beans. Got a piece of cornbread in there. So good. Now, I'm one of them weird people. I don't crumble my beans, my bread up into my beans. I kind of just put me a chunk of bread in there and just take off pieces, bites at a time. Because I can eat beans without cornbread. I love cornbread, but I just love beans. But these are the best way to make them. You can do these in a crock pot too. But, one more bite. So there you go, guys. That's how I make my soup beans. I hope you make them. If you do, you let me know. Always tag me when you post videos @ Mountain Cooking with Missy. And tickles me pink when I see that you guys post them. And hope you try. Thank y'all for watching Mountain Cooking with Missy, where it's nothing fancy, just good eating.